Thursday evening. It's the final night of VPG, providing things go okay. Before I get started, chat, I need your help. One, new microphone, so don't know if it's any good, don't know if you can hear me or not, let me know. Two, let me know the volume sounds, because once again, these bad boys aren't working, so I don't know what the mix is like, so let me know. It will save me going onto my phone and finding out for myself. So, Poise are in the lobby, ready to go. They are playing Noctem up first, and as things stand, if they win their next 2 out of 3 games, they are champions of the VPG Esports Premier. It's as simple as that. Nobody can catch them. Standing in their way tonight are Noctem FG, 95 points so far this season, but that's only getting them 6th place. They've only lost 5 games all season, but they've also drawn 14, which is the 2nd highest in the league. So I think this is a difficult game for Noctem, but also Poise are a different beast. So hey, let's get straight into the game, because I can see Poise have just sent the invite. So I'm assuming sounds fine. No one's saying anything in the chat, that or you just can't hear me. Yeah, okay, let me turn that down then. Cheers, Drippy. Where are we? Pop that down a bit. Let's get the crowd going, because overlay time. Oh no, where is it? We will get this up in a sec, bear with me. Come on, up you go. Come on, not today of all days. This is not going well at all, is it? They're in the lobby as well, which is the worst thing. They're in the game now, it's 2 minutes in. Bear with me. There's no display capture, is there? For some reason that's gone. Oh, I know why. No, Elgato's not on. Come on, 8-ball, you can do this. Screen capture. Whew! Right, let me move that down to the appropriate level, which is almost there. I mean, if you've seen any of our streams before, you would know that that's never happened before, but hey ho, if this is your first time in, we're usually a lot more professional than this. 8 minutes in though, and Delasieu has got it in the box. For some reason, he's played it against the man, and it has gone off for a corner, luckily. For FG, who are in the France kit in the white, which means it is Poise with a bit of a glitchy corner kick. In the black from right to left. I thought it was the Dortmund kit when they were loading in, but I think it might be a Dutch kit actually. Either way, Noctem have got it high up, but it is cut out and down the line to Deuce Liao, inside to Dries, Nayshaw, the cam danger man, edge of the box. Taziet cuts inside, gives it to the danger man, the striker for Poise, Luca. 48 goals in 48 games for that man. And they do sit top of the table, 110 points. Destiny in their hands as things stand. 2 wins out of the last 3 wins them the league, and Forge goes near post. Hayeko makes the save, tips it round the post for a corner. First corner we've seen Poise with. Let's see what they can do from here. Knocks it down nicely. Deuce Liao hits the post, and it comes back out. Ricochets nicely to Hayeko, and Noctem survive an early barragement. What can they do here with their skipper? Porridge, Taziek back on defensive duties, but Dilvix and Jack toying with this Poise defense. Forge back doing the defensive duties. Headed down the line. Nashor heads it on one more. Putting a bit of pressure on now. Dilvix, we know he's dangerous as well. Dean Smith gets it onto his favoured right, and they'll take the corner now. Bit of how do you guys like it? Headed away by Jews. The manager looks for the corner taker, but can't get it to his feet. And a frantic opening 20 minutes. If you've just joined us, hello. It is Poise versus Noctem. Poise in the black from right to left. Nashor loses out, but Luca was behind him. Not usually we say that. Dries. Leo out to Chisato. Loses man nicely. Just maybe a bit too much. Comes back in for more. Dean Smith toying with danger there. Does prevent the corner kick, but loses possession doing so. Here he is again. They're having to do a lot of defending early doors. Chisato breaks into the box. Nashor. But here is that man again. We can't get him off our lips at the moment. Back doing that dogged defensive work. Bailey Ince. Noctem's one to watch, I think. 29 assists this season, leading in the league with assists, but also 14 goals as well from Cam. Jacko drops a shoulder. Big save from Edu Martins. Tipped round for a corner. And both sides showing their attacking prowess early doors, but both sides showing that they can shut those doors as well. Back post, Jacko LFC and Jews, I don't think knew too much about it, but his positioning was spot on because it beat the goalkeeper, but it couldn't beat Jews on the line. Almost an opener there. For FG Noctem, who, despite being a quality team, you would say that they are not the favourites for tonight. It is those boys in black. It is Poise, currently sitting top of the league. Everything in their hands. Bailey Ince with a wild shot there. Does go out for a goal kick. But in the last, 6 games, I've got it on my notes tonight. Last 6 games, they've suffered 2 defeats. Bearing in mind, they've only had 5 defeats all season. So not in the best of form are the Poise boys. Gisato with a fantastic tackle there. Foot in at just the right time. And I definitely wouldn't say these lot are looking shaky. Mickelback, by the way. What a player that man is. Porridge wins it back. I wouldn't say they're looking shaky. However, they're not looking at their free-flowing best so far. Thank you, Diogo. Much appreciated, mate. Thanks for stopping by as well. Down the line, looking for the danger man. Animal sweeps up nicely. And although Noctem can't win the league, they can definitely have a big say in it here. Swung in Edu Martins. That's bread and butter for that man. A defeat here for Poise. They can still win the league. They are 10 points clear, but they do have... Well, they have played 2 more games than the team in 6th. So if they lose here, it only gives them that 1 point cushion with 2 games left to play. So they'll want to do the business early doors, and they're looking like a team playing slightly under pressure here. I'm not going to lie, but this is where they thrive. This is where they get the big bucks from. They have been through it before. They've been there, done that, got the many t-shirts. So if there's ever a team, as we start to lag tiny bit there, Nashor into Liao's feet, gives it to strike partner, but they can't get away. Bailey Ince flicks it on to Jacko LSC. Jus, who had that massive clearance off the line earlier on, intercepts well. And it really has, I mean, we're in 45 minutes already, and it's 0-0, but it's been a very good 0-0, and also a very tense 0-0. Bailey Ince finds Jacko LFC, who's looked lively, and it falls to him again. Dreezy puts a lovely tackle in over the top. Keepers come out, and the referee has absolutely saved them there. I don't care what anyone says. He has absolutely dug them out there. Hayeko did well sweeping initially. I didn't expect to see him that high up. However, his clearance went straight to the man. Luckily for them, they'd played about 2 or 3 minutes of stoppage time. And that definitely wasn't how much stoppage time there was. Here's a quick little look at the table whilst we've got half time. You can see there, Poise on 110 points. 10 points ahead of Team GMASK, who are the second game tonight. But if they win those 2 games in hand, only puts them 4 points behind. So everything to play for here. Let's give this a quick little refresh as it was struggling slightly. And off we go for the second half. 0-0. Poise in the black, left to right. Champions-elect, former champions last season, looking to do the same. The back-to-back for Poise is on. They just need to find a way past this stubborn Noctem FG side, who are in the France kit, in the white from right to left. Porridge. I think Noctem will want to get Valiance on the ball a little bit more than he has been. And when he has had the ball, he's looked a bit sluggish. I mean, we're arguably seeing the 2 best cams in the business today, Valiance and Nashor. So a nice little individual battle for those guys. But on the score, the stats that really matter, the scores, they remain goalless. The only stat that matters, especially for Poise, they'll take a bad performance here and swap it for 3 points. Because 3 points, I would say, I know they've got 3 games left, I would say wins them the league. They're not going to turn that around, surely. Valiance, though, the man we said needs to get on the ball a little bit more, gives it to Dilvix, into Jacko's feet, intercepted well in the box. The tackles were flying in a little bit there, and we know EA loves a ghost penalty. Luca, the main man, 48 goals in 48 games for him, slides it through to his strike partner, near post. Here we go. Poise are marching on to the title. If they can keep Noctem out from this point onwards, it was the man who scores goals, assisting this time, and Deuce Leo squares it in that near post, just past the goalkeeper. They're keeping their end of the bargain. It's 1-0 to Poise. If they win this game, it's basically 1.5 hands on the trophy. Massive, massive point in the game. What can Noctem do here? 3 man at the back. Dean Smith heads it down. Here we go. Game on. It's Sarav at the back post. What a knockdown from Dean Smith. The ball in from Jack. Here we go. Game on. Just like that. 1-1. Things are heating up around here right now. We spent, 56 minutes looking for a goal, and just like London buses, 2 come along. Is there going to be a third? There might be from the resulting corner kick. It is Poise, and I don't know who he's giving it to. That might be Luca taking the corner, which is a bit strange, or it might be Nashor, actually. I mean, you can see, yeah, it is Luca. Nashor's character looks very similar to him. Speaking of the devil, here he is. Goes back home. Gives it out wide to Luca, who you would expect to see in the box. What a win from the centre-half. Gives it to the goal scorer. Lags our way through. Gives it back to him. Big tackle from Mickelback. Dilvix. Cool feet on the ball from that man. Just when everyone thought he was going to go down the line. Cuts inside nicely. I think that's what Noctem needed. But it's definitely not what Poise needed. Forge cuts back inside to Taziek. What can he get going? Luca comes short. Good football from Poise over the top. That looks like Chisato. It is Chisato. Left foot goes near post, but Dilvix again. It looked like he put the tackle in, but it's gone out for a goal kick. So work that one out, chat. I mean, I feel like I've been going non-stop, even at half time actually when we looked at the league table. But it's a testament to these 2 teams. I mean, this is what you get. They've got over 200 points collectively between these 2 teams. Over a 50-game season. That is what you expect. Good free flowing football. Mickelback there, big strong centre back, heads it clear. Taziek sweeps up nicely. Nashor just about keeps it on. Risky one, but Jews, who again potential match winner, keeping that shot out in the first half. Valiance gives it to the skipper Porridge. Jacko LFC with Akers to run into should he choose to. He doesn't hold on to the ball. Dilvix out wide to Dean Smith, who's already got an assist under his belt tonight. Gives it to the skipper, but he can't get any change. He was double teamed there by the 2 CDMs for Poise. But they've not been able to get it out, and ghost free kick. Not a ghost penalty, ghost free kick. And yeah, I feel like Poise heart stopped there. Chisato drops the shoulder, loses 2 men. Very nice. Nayshaw, this is where he wants the ball. Finds striker's feet. Keating and co do really well to win that back, because that's not a sight Noctem will want to see, as Nayshaw picking the ball up here. This is where he does the damage. The roulette into the defender, and that's just Mickleback in a nutshell. That is just the positioning on fleek. Swings it over. Angelo does really well to repel it, but only as far as Jack 7. It was his ball into the box that set up that equaliser for Noctem. Jacko LFC gives it off to the orange afro of Dilvix, and Edu Martins makes his second big save of the night at the cost of a corner. Are you on EU servers? Yes, I believe so. It is Portugal versus England here. Knocked down, Jacko LFC, here we go. It's Poise, they find themselves a goal behind for the first time in the game. Not very often this season either, and it is Animal, the centre-back. Jacko LFC had the initial flick on, and everyone just stopped, and Animal said, thank you very much, I'll take that. What can Poise do here? Even a draw at this stage is not a bad result for Poise, but not just a loss of 3 points, but what it will do to morale if Poise can't win or draw here. Noctem FG are doing Team GMASK a massive, massive favour here, and Noctem seem very, very happy to keep the ball, but they've not kept the ball. Oh, it's laid off to Nayshaw. That looks like, here we go, that looks like the centre-back up, joining the attack. They're chucking, this is the definition of chucking the kitchen sink at it now. Luca on the corners, not sure I agree with it, but it's Poise. You just do whatever they say. And they've got 4 minutes to find a way back into this game, to get something on the board. Angelo heads it down. Hayeko with another big save. And Poise, like we said, they are chucking the kitchen sink at it, corners and all. Nayshaw this time floats one in. Mickleback heads it away. 2 more minutes left, plus stoppage time. Nayshaw swings it in. Knocked down. There's his centre-back partner. He was offside. I think it was the initial one. What a knockdown, but what another great save. But it wouldn't have counted. That would have been horrible for Poise. Jack 7, who's been instrumental. Sarav, who got the first goal for Noctem. He'll be thanking his lucky stars he put the foot in there. I don't think they're going to swing this in. It's 1.5 minutes of stoppage time left. He's in no rush to take this. I don't blame him. He has swung it in. And what can Edu Martins do from here? Because he's got a bullet on him. Doesn't go too long. Gives it to Deuce Liao. Chisato to Luca. Can he lose his man? No, he can't. Keating with arguably the biggest tackle of the season. And Noctem FG have done everyone else in the league a massive, massive favour and beaten the champions-elect, the reigning champions, 2-1 after being a goal down. That first half was fantastic. That second half absolutely flew by, and that is what you get when you get 2 massive, massive teams in this massive, massive league playing against each other with the stakes so high. I mean, we touched upon slightly the fact that Poise had only lost, I think it was 2 games in their last 6. But before that, it was 3 defeats in their last 41. So something's not right at the moment. Don't get me wrong, they may well still go on to lift this trophy, but it's not the same convincing Poise that we have seen for 95% of this season. So commiserations to them. They are now live on VPG main channel. GMASK, I've just been told in the chat, are 1-0 up against Volt, so they're keeping their end of the bargain against a very, very good team. And again, I tell you what, let's go to the league table because we can then see what that actually does. So GMASK currently winning, so that puts them on 103. They've still got those 2 games in hand. This one is going to be tight. And guess who we've got up next? It is that team in second place. Unbeaten in 10 games should they beat Volt right now. They've got the Magic Man. I mean, let's get the team sheets up, shall we? They've got the Magic Man, Rayo up front, who I imagine will let's find this. Who I imagine will cause problems for the opposition tonight. It is this one. Put it ahead of here. There we go. Thank you very much, Kel. No, much appreciated. Thank you very much. So there are the team sheets for this second game. I'm going to go and find the stream so we don't miss anything. But GMASK will be in a game right now, and I can tell you that it is 1 apiece over there. So they're not keeping their end of the bargain as things stand. Poise will be watching that game 100%. 110%. They'll be watching that, and they'll be praying that GMASK slip up here and Volt can do the business. And I've just realised that my face isn't on there. I mean, you want to see my face, right? So here's the lineups. Anyway, as we said, Rayo and STR are the only strike partnership in the league that have both players in the top 10 of the highest rankings. So technically, they have the best strike force in the league. Rayo, 42 goals in 48 games. He's the one to watch for us tonight. Adritude, if you are fans of the channel, his baller build came out 3 hours ago. So that we know he's a baller. And Juan Lukaku, Hendy, Yasin, Laicano, Guto. This team is ridiculous. Let's talk about Recre because we've not actually had them on the channel before. And if I just do that, you can see by Xavi, he has got the 26 goals in 46 games actually, playing up front with Adesanya. GMASK have scored and are now 2-1 up, so that makes this next game even tastier. So bring it on, absolutely bring it on. I'm gonna say one to watch for Inmortals, because much like Noctem, they can throw a spanner in the works here, ladies and gentlemen. If Inmortals win this next game, I genuinely think that's GMASK done. Unless Poise throw away the next 2 games, which again, I think we should definitely note that they've just played Noctem. The other 2 games, Saf Prolific, who I think are 3rd or 4th, and then last game of the season, you couldn't write it, could you, Aaron Delosa? You couldn't write it, is the one and only GMASK. So if there's any neutrals, arguably myself included, we're probably hoping it does come down to an absolute straight shootout. And I've been told from a very reliable source that that will be on Monday, should that happen. Should we need it? Should we need it? So Poise will be taking on Saf Prolific in their second game of the evening. And over on this channel tonight, right now, in 10 minutes or so, it will be Team GMASK against Recre Inmortals. A little bit more about them. They are 13th in the league, Premier A runners-up last season. So newly promoted, but mid-table. So a tricky little outfit. Won 5 in their last 9, including a 4-2 win over Poise's next opponents, Saf Prolific. And what I was gonna say before GMASK won, and they have now won, that has been confirmed by the main man. Guard by Goat, Kimi season, 2 players to watch out for this Recre Immortal side. We've already talked about Javi, top goal scorer for this Immortal side. 26 goals in the Esports Premier, and that is not to be sniffed at, ladies and gentlemen. Right, so I've got the Team GMASK stream up now. They are not ready. So we can have one little look at the table, see where things are going. Let's do this. And let's do this. Much better. So that puts GMASK on 103 points. Poise stay on 110 after that draw with Noctem. And it was 2-1, but it was a bloody good game. It was a very, very, very good 2-1. That puts them 7 points behind with 2 games in hand. And they've still got to play each other. Should Poise win this next game, I think that puts it out of the bag for them. But also GMASK are playing at the exact same time. So it's one of those where you just need to say, don't worry about what happens over there in that Poise game. If you're a GMASK player, that is. Definitely worry about it if you are a Poise player, especially after, and again, touched on it on comms. What can you do to bounce back from a defeat where, to be fair, if you won that game, you're within a point of winning the league? They didn't do it. Now they've got a huge game against Saf Prolific. I mean, this is where they get their money from. This is gonna make or break the last 7 weeks. I mean, these are long seasons over in VPG. Everything to play for. Looking at the two teams, I mean, Poise. Everyone knows about Poise. Everyone knows what we think about Poise. They're a fantastic side. But again, as this Team GMASK team filter into this lobby, you'll just see baller after baller after baller. And to be fair, a lot of these have got baller builds, so if there's need any more confirmation, it's that. Adritude baller build out 3 hours ago. Go and check that one out. Wide, well, he was a winger. He's playing wide midfield tonight. Yasin is just a fan favourite, an absolute bloody brilliant player. He's got the baller build as well. STR and Rayo, like we said earlier on, statistically, check it out for yourself if you don't believe me, the deadliest strike force in the league. The only strike force, or the only team strike force in the league to feature both players in the top 10. STR and Rayo, watch those two work their magic. And then Joan Lukaku, who we know from Real Sociedad. He was the manager over there. He's now, I feel like he's taken the shackles off a little bit, because he's handed the captaincy over, I believe, to Laicano. And now imagine having that as, you know, just a man around the changing rooms, someone in the lobby, someone to pick the boys up. And it's no surprise why Team GMASK are doing so well when they've got just players who fit the mold and can do just kind of help the manager out, help the rest of the team out. It's really good to see, and I'm really looking forward to this next game. I have not seen enough of Team GMASK. Seen a lot of Real Sociedad because they were brilliant. And we've never seen Recre Immortals before. So welcome to the channel. However, this is an absolute baptism of fire. But my God, have they got a fantastic influence on what happens in this top league. And just from my notes, which I didn't get to say in the last game because it was so hectic, Poise and Noctem, when they played each other earlier in the season, Poise won 8-0. So talk about retribution for Noctem. After getting beat 8-0 earlier on in the season, they go and beat them after going a goal behind in their biggest game of the season. Swings and roundabouts, guys and girls. Swings and roundabouts. Team GMASK, though, and Recre, the score when these two played last time in the season was 1 apiece. So, I mean, I guess there's retribution because Team GMASK currently sit in second place, and if they had gotten all 3 points there, they would have been even closer to Poise, alas. So, I mean, we've just seen it with Noctem. Recre are not, they're not going to roll over here. I think they've got a chance to spoil the party here. They're going to look to take it, absolutely going to look to take it. And GMASK, they've just beat a very good Vault side. They're in very, very good form, unbeaten in 10 games. It's just a case of, can you keep your cool? Can you do what Poise didn't just do and get the result you need? I'm going to go and have a little look-see and see how far away Recre are from jumping into this game. Let's have a little look-see. Saf, Prolific and Poise are ready to go. That's going to be a big game. I can't see Recre anywhere. I mean, we can clearly see Team GMASK are ready to go. Still nothing. And someone's dropped out as well, which isn't what we need. Nothing from Recre as things stand. Guto's back though, so that's good. Nothing to report. I don't want to go away because I know they're just about to jump back in. No, have I got any more stats? No, I actually don't have any more stats. Well, that puts GMASK on 103 points. With just 4 games remaining. So Poise are catchable, but it all depends on what Poise do. Especially in the next game. The next game is going to be massive for them. It's their second to last game, and the last game is against GMASK. So there we go. Jack Human, hello mate, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. And both these teams are Spanish as well, so I imagine there's no love lost there. There is definitely such a thing as the kind of local rivalries, because in VPG you do play in the main Premier, but also you go over and play in VPG Spain as well. So I imagine these two teams know each other extremely well. This is the Esports Premier VPG. GMASK currently sit in second place behind Poise. Poise just lost their first game. Spoiler alert, sorry if you want to watch this back. They just lost their first game of tonight, and Team GMASK won, so it actually puts them on 103 points with 2 games in hand, and then they've got each other last game of Poise's season. So Team GMASK can do the full sweep here. They can sweep Poise, but I think if Poise win that next game, I think it might be lights out. I can't sit here and do the maths because I'm too excited, and as you can see, that's why I'm excited. The boys are here. Let's put it on 1080p for you guys and girls at home. Well, it is struggling a little bit today. I don't know why. I don't know if it's mine or not. I mean, the invite is there. Here we go. That's what we like to see. Right. This is massive. This is absolutely massive. This is what we want. Boom. Team GMASK against Recre Inmortals. Spain versus Spain. Team GMASK hot on the tails of Poise, who have slipped up already tonight. 7 points behind with 2 games in hand, and they play each other last game of the season. Right, score predictions in the chat, because I don't think Recre are going to roll over at all, especially as, you know, we've just seen what Noctem have been up to. However, looking at that Team GMASK side, it's a very, very good side. I'm gonna go with a big win. I'm gonna go with 4-1. Let me know in the chat, and here we go. Normally I go for a draw, but not today. So we've got Team GMASK. We're struggling with the stream, and I think it might be my end because the lag on there doesn't look like it's 13 MS. But we've got Team GMASK. We'll do our best. In the purple from left to right. And Recre, Inmortals, their first appearance on the channel. Hendy drops the shoulder, finesses, tries to go far post, tipped round the post, a fantastic save, and just like that, Team GMASK are, yeah, they're not taking any prisoners here. They want to get the business done early doors. Guto heads it down. Casillas, again, important stop from that man. Just slows it down a little bit. Does ping it out though, and the purple shirts of Team GMASK will get us restarted. Looking out for that strike partnership of STR and Rayo. Playing 2 up front tonight. And Javi was the one to watch for this Recre side. 26 in 46 for that man. So hopefully, I say hopefully for GMASK, they've done their homework on him. Work out how to stop him scoring goals, because that looks like what he does best. Adesanya, good step over, works his way out of the box. Edge of the box, guard by Goat. Fantastic player. Here is Javi with the power shot, does blaze it wide. But yeah, definitely another one to watch for this Recre side. And to be fair, I think it's quite a big coup for a mid-table side to have a player like Guard by Goat in that CDM position. It's a huge position and a huge player as well. Previously of Flow Up Esports. Kimmy Season, another good player for this Recre side. Javi into K Faisal. Guard by Goat, gives it back to the danger man. Javi breaks into the box. Step over for days. Goes far corner. Big save from his K. And Team GMASK just under the cosh a little bit now. Noxy beats his man. Beats him again. First time ball. Man's at the back post. God NKA makes the tackle. And there he's fist bumping as well. And you can see why. That was a humongous tackle. Right in the nick of time. Wait in the bush, plays it out to Guto, down the line to Juan Lukaku. Hendy, great ball into STR. Noxy there. Really, really good interception from him. Guard by Goat. Acres over on this left-hand side. And I think Recre will be happy just to put their foot on the ball when they can. Because it's Team GMASK is to lose, if that makes sense. You know, mid-table, 13th place. They've already had a good season, have Recre coming up from the Premier A. You know, they're happy just to play party poopers here. That being said, they are on the attack here. Carol S says, and Wait in the Bush does really, really well. Concedes the corner though. It is a corner for Recre, near post, looking for the beautifully coloured afro. Another one in there as well. STRK beats his man for pace. Can't beat Kimmy Season, no. Good interception by Hendy. Juan Lukaku down the line. Gives it back to the man who was on that run. Gave it to his strike partner, Rayo. Can't lose the man. It was intercepted. And Kimmy Season has the ball but can't do anything with it. The ball was on down the line. Didn't give it. Given away. But they do have it back. 25 minutes gone. Concedes it high up, and Team GMASK maybe just 1 eye on the clock at the moment. They would have liked an early breakthrough, and they look like they might get it, if not for this man, perfectly timed, Casillas. Had a solid game so far. Down the line for Recre. Comes back inside, not much on it. Like we said, I think they're happy just to keep the ball. Wait for something to open up as Raul makes that tackle. Guto steps in and they play it out from the back in a familiar GMASK style from the games we've seen this season for sure. Godnika cut out by Javi. He's going to win it, but Wait in the Bush, who again has been absolutely solid so far. A couple of big interceptions, a couple of big tackles from that man. Guto switches the play, and to be fair, GMASK aren't really pressing the... They're not pressing the issue too much either, considering they need to win this game. There's no two ways about it. down the line. Can't get any change out of that man guard by Goat. He's happy just to get out of dodge. There's 10 minutes for Recre to survive. Or even to get a goal here. Here comes Adesanya with acres to run into. Cuts it back to Noxie. Goes long. Again, we're struggling with the ping. Kimmy Season straight at the goalkeeper. I'll try and sort that out at half time. I'm not sure what's going on. Flat bullet. Looking for those two strikers. Seemed a bit isolated so far this half. K Faisal. Look to just drop it off, but it's given away. Again, STRK having a lot of the ball, but Team GMASK so far have not been able to do much with it. That was headed back for the goalkeeper. Intercepted by his centre-back teammate, and they do go long at the threat of giving away high up for Team GMASK. Hendy. Good feet from that man. K Faisal back, though, and it's a proper midfield battle here. And ball of build of fame. Adritude squares it across to SDRK, and again just wanted a little bit too much time on the ball, and you can see here from the XG very low, very low. It has been a very tentative affair this first half, as you would expect. Team GMASK having got through that vault game first off, and they get a mystery free kick here. Let's see what they can do from here. Having got through that vault game first off and having Poise lose as well, they know it's all to do. However, it's easier said than done. I think they're finding that out right now. No easy games in this division. Taking their sweet time over this. They are going to go long. Into the box. Guto heads down. Isoto gets in the way, and they go long looking for Xavi. Wait in the bush. My man of the match so far. He has been absolutely solid. Probably the difference, I say the difference between the two, I would say he's been the reason why Team GMASK going in with a clean sheet so far. Let's see what we can do about this cheeky little lag that we're getting, because I don't know where it's coming from. Let's close this, shall we? Just doing heights at half time, as is the norm. So my 4-1 prediction's not looking great at the moment, I must admit. Let's refresh this because it's not looking great. Not looking too good. But a Team GMASK win. They will take it any way it can come. That puts them on that magic 106 points. They will be 4 points behind Poise, but we don't know the Poise score yet, so it all depends on what they do. However, they are playing SAF Prolific, who are a very good side. So I think that would have been the halftime team talk for Team GMASK, and this lag is still here. They've just got to do their business, because I think, you know, if they draw 0-0, or if they go on to lose this and they find out Poise have lost, it's going to hurt even more. Rayo the Danger Man breaking into the box. Intercepted again by Recre, who have looked solid, to be fair. Look like a good defensive outfit. Javi into K Faisal. Cuts about 3 players out with that pass. A fantastic square ball. Keeping the ball nicely are Recre. I mean, you can see why they've come up from Premier A, and they look the part. You can tell they're used to playing some good football. And I think they're more than happy playing party poopers here for Team GMASK. And I think the longer this game goes on, the more worried that GMASK are going to be. Flicked on by Rayo. Intercepted, or is it? We'll find out in a second. It clearly wasn't, and that was a bad lag spike. But Kimmy Season comes away with the ball, squares it to this left-hand side. Voltage. Noxie does well to get past his man. Tried that cheeky ball around the corner, but there's guard by Goat. There's a reason he's the one to watch. He's one of the best in the business in that CDM position. Again, a big switch of play. Just about kept in. Risk giving it away. K Faisal with the turn in slow motion. Xavi Mac cuts back to K Faisal. Switch of play. Noxie. Adritude back doing the defensive duties well, but they can't break through, and it's a bit of a lackluster performance in the second half so far from GMASK. Be slightly worried maybe, but the good thing, the thing that they can rely on is they've got the players to get them back into this game. A stroke of magic, anything, any half chance, one of these strikers will take it. Guto goes long. Intercepted, and it will be another phantom free kick. Restart from the back. Again, there's not urgency, which is strange. Unless they know something we don't know about the Poise game. I would think they would not necessarily chuck the kitchen sink at it. Not just yet. There's still 25 minutes to play, but just maybe think about committing a few men forward, maybe going a bit more direct, because at the moment Recre are absolutely soaking everything up, and in fact they look dangerous on the counter-attack, and arguably more dangerous than this GMASK side as well. Voltage. Again, mystery free kick. There is an injury there as well. He puts out of play for himself. I wouldn't want to make too many mistakes against this GMASK side. Whilst they've not been at their free-flowing best, like I said, they can hurt you in the blink of an eye. K. Faisal looking to do some hurting of his own. Out wide to Carlo. Swings it in back post. Guto tidies that up nicely. Guard by Goat heads it down as per usual. Carlos has got it again. Dances his way through, but Adritude, again, a flying winger. He's done more defensive work this game than I would imagine most games this season. And they are playing mid-table Recre as well. I think they've just come out here, and I think they've been fantastic, especially to keep a team like GMASK at bay for this long. But it only needs one slip-up. Juan Lukaku, we're going very slow at the moment. Hendy into STK. Oh, it's been given. I mean, I guess technically it was a foul, but you don't like to see it. STR steps up down the middle, the pressure penalty, and GMASK left it late against Volt, and they've certainly left it late here against Recre. It is 1-0. Huge for the league. Another 3 points for GMASK is exactly what they would have wanted. And it might look like what they're going to get here. If anyone's got any eyes on the Poise game, let us know. This is massive. And I think people at Poise, people in the backroom staff maybe, just got one eye on this game as well. The news will be filtering through to them as well. Adding that pressure onto those boys who have already been under immense pressure tonight. I don't want to say they choked, but they have already been defeated tonight by Noctem FG. They've got a massive game against Saf Prolific as well. This could be the night of nightmares for Poise. Should GMASK hold on here, but Recre doing everything in their power to make sure it doesn't stick. Hendy plays it out to Adritude. A bit of space for him. Cuts back inside, loses his man. Very nice work. Hendy loses out to Noxie, who's had a very good game. What can Recre do? Again, not much to play for this season, so not exactly chucking much at it, but they don't want to defeat on their record here. They will go for it, but maybe not as much as GMASK were probably going to chuck at it. Kimmy Season into Javi MC. Hendy with the intercept goes long, and they're looking a little bit frail at the back. STR, the match winner, or the current match winner, goes over the top to his strike partner Rayo, who has been a little bit quiet tonight, but it's one of those things where they don't need to be at their free-flowing best to get the job done, and that's I would file that under exactly what's happened here. They've not been at their free-flowing best, but so far they've done enough. Out wide, swung in, big header. Oh my god, what a header that was! And in the 91st minute, out of absolutely nowhere. It looks like Kimi season. What a header that is, and he may have just gifted Poise the VPG Esports Premier Trophy out of absolutely nothing. Team GMASK not being at their best. That's what happens, unfortunately. We were just saying they've not been at their best and they looked like they were going to get away with it. And just like that, Recre, mid-table Recre say, sorry mate, you're not getting anything from us. A bullet header from about 16 yards. Top bins, 91st minute. It may have just changed the complete complexity of this league table, and it may have just gifted Poise the league trophy. Guys and girls, what a night of action that was. Please, please, please do go over, because I'm actually going to do the same right now. Go and head over to the VPG main YouTube channel. Go and check out how Poise are doing. I genuinely think even if Poise are getting beat, that might be curtains for this Team GMASK side. What a gut punch. We might not get that Monday playoff we all wanted, but hey, that's what happens. That is the nature of the beast. There are no easy games in this VPG Esports Premier. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in tonight, and it's been an absolute blast this season. So thanks for VPG for having us, and we'll be back for summer season. We'll be back in Sheffield, so come and say hi. And guys, if you've not already subscribed, please do subscribe. We're doing stuff a lot of the time, and it's very sporadic. So the only way you're going to keep up to date is if you subscribe. So do that now. Head on over to VPG, get yourself a nice brew, and go and watch Poise potentially